Hi guys, welcome to episode 4 of Searching for a Scrap. This week we're at Tap Out Academy looking at God Knows and Daniel Duda. Right Grant, so we're at Tap Out Academy looking at their two fighters for the tournament, Daniel Duda and God Knows. I think let's start with Daniel. Give us your thoughts on the fighter and why you picked him as a seeded fighter.
So Daniel, as he's known as a dark horse, and he is exactly that. Every time we've tested him at Fight Star, he's come out shining. And he fought on Saturday night. He had a big fight. It was for me to make the decision between the 2 and 3 seed, and he came through with flying colours as he normally does. So he's my number 2 pick for the competition, and yeah, he's going to be there. He's going to be there at the end, if you ask me.
And what can guys expect from him if they haven't seen him before?
Daniel's going to put on a scrap, and he comes to fight. He's, in my opinion, he's got great stand-up. His ground is very, very strong. I mean, he trains with the best, Coach G and Vickers at Tap Out, and he comes every single time he comes. He puts on a scrap, and he comes to win.
And how's he evolved from the first time he fought at Fight Stars to now?
If I had to say how he's evolved, I'd look at his hands. His hands are crisp. He looks good when he's standing. His ground, as I say, is good as well. But for me, when he's standing, he just looks like a complete athlete.
And then the second competitor from Tap Out, God Knows, give us a bit of background on him.
So God Knows is someone that's relatively new to the fight star scene. And when I say relatively new, he's been with us for about maybe a year and a half. And he's had some tough fights. And also, again, he comes, he puts on a scrap, and he really pushes through. He had to fight his way into the tournament. It was a big fight, and he came through in flying colours. So, don't write this kid off. He's got the heart of a fighter, and he could be a big upset.
And obviously, like you say, he fought to get into the competition. Give us your thoughts on the fight itself.
He came in, he did what he needed to do. I think he looked crisp, he looked good. He finished the fight early, which is obviously what you want to do when you're fighting. You don't get paid for overtime. So for me, it's a case of he knows what he needs to do. He knows how to finish fights. He's got to train hard, which I know he will. He's at a great gym, and he's got to come. He's got to get through some tough opponents.
And for those that don't know about Tap Out Academy, tell us a bit about the gym itself as well.
Well, the gym is Coach G and Vickers, and I think if you know Coach G's been boxing forever, one of the best boxing coaches around. Vickers is a black belt, so and not only those two, but they've got a hell of a lot of good coaches, good support. It's an awesome facility. They've got great boxers and MMA athletes. So for me, it's an all-round gym. It's also one of the gyms that supports Fight Stars the most. And they tend to create great athletes, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for someone that can come and take on international opponents.
Well, there you have it, guys. Stay tuned for the rest of the episode. We're going to be taking a deeper look at the two teammates. Hi guys, here with Coach G, Straydom from Tap Out Academy. Gert, thanks for joining us.
Always a pleasure to have you guys around.
So obviously you got two teammates in the competition as well. I think let's first talk about Daniel, the seeded fighter. Tell us a bit about Daniel's journey from when he started with you to where he is today.
Daniel, I call him the dark horse because he's always the underdog in all his fights, and he just seems to pull it off every time. Daniel joined Tap Out, I think about 3 years ago, and he started his journey with us as a novice, and he's come along in leaps and bounds in the last 3 years, and he's been fighting and holding his own. He represented the national side, and as I said, he's just getting better and better all the time, and he's come along in leaps.
And for those that haven't seen him fight, from a coach's point of view, what can they expect from him?
From Daniel, you can always expect a brawl, a hard brawl. Whatever his opponent brings, he's going to match it, and he's going to hang in there, and he's going to fight back. All his fights has been hard fights. He had to fight hard to win some fights. And that's how Daniel likes it. He likes to make a brawl out of it. If it's standing on the ground, wherever the fight goes, he'll be comfortable, and he'll do his best.
And Daniel, outside of the cage and training and at the gym, what can guys see from him?
He's just an awesome act to have around, inside the gym, out of the gym. Always a pleasure to be around him. Good kid, lives clean, he's a family man. yeah, all around just a good human being. And I think people are gonna like what they see about Daniel in the cage, outside of the cage. He's an interesting kid.
And then the other fighter in the competition, God knows, another fight out of your camp. What can guys expect from him?
Yeah, God knows, another outsider. He's not one of the seeded boys in the competition, but also he's getting better and better all the time. He's worked hard on his ground and his stand-up. And as I say, he's getting better and they cannot write him off. He's always in with the outside chance, and I know he's going to fight one of the seeded guys first in the competition. So he'll have to work hard through the whole of December to lift his game to match those guys, and he knows what he's up against, and he'll be up for it come fight night.
And he's one of the guys who had to fight to get into the competition. He fought Butcher Boy. Any thoughts on the fight?
Yeah, he fought well. We looked at a lot of mistakes and areas that he can still improve. We're working hard on that, and I think once the competition starts, he'll be a better all-round fighter.
And the competition itself is a first of its kind in the amateur space, at least in South Africa and Africa. Your thoughts on the competition?
Oh, it's a great idea. It's great to have competitions like this. It creates opportunities for youngsters to showcase their talent, and it's a first, and I think this is going to grow into something big in the future. And yeah, we're all excited about the competition. As you say, it's the first in Africa, and yeah, we're excited, and we can't wait for the comp to start and to get things going. And it's the first of its kind, and I believe it's not going to be the last. MMA is growing. It's one of the fastest growing sports in the world at the moment, and yeah, to have a competition like this right here, awesome.
Hi guys, my name is God Knows. Catch me on S4S Eps4.
Hi guys, here with our next fighter, God knows. God knows, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So for those that haven't seen you fight before, what can they expect from you?
They may expect a cracker. Eh? I'm a confident fighter. They may expect like a hell of a fight. Yeah.
And where did your MMA journey start?
I joined Tape Out Academy, I think 2015, without any background MMA. So they trained me from scratch. And here I am. Yeah.
And what do you enjoy more, stand-up or ground?
Both. I enjoy both. I've got a great stand-up coach, G, and a ground coach, Vikas, Ovias. Yeah, enjoy them both. Yeah.
And then you obviously fought for your spot to get into the tournament. You fought against Butcher Boy. What was that like, fighting for your spot in the tournament?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that hard though, but yeah, it goes the way I was planned. Yeah. It went the way I was expecting. Yeah.
And what are you looking forward to most in the competition?
To win the competition. That's what I want. Just want to win the competition. I'm confident in myself. I can do it. Yeah.
And you know a lot of the guys that are fighting in the competition as well. Anyone stand out for you in there?
You know what? Anyone who's going to come in front of me, I'm ready to go. I don't care who's he. I don't care. I'm ready. I'm ready for anyone.
And then tell us a bit about your life outside the cage as well. What can people expect when they follow you around?
With my respect, yeah. Like I'm kind of guy. I'm not working at all. Most of the time when I'm not at gym, to home training, running, yeah, all kind of stuff. Working on my fitness. Yeah.
Well, there you have it, guys. God knows will be with us for the next 4 months. Stay tuned.
Cool.
Right, referee, stop this bout. 51 seconds into round number 2. Declaring your winner from the red corner via rear naked choke. God knows the General Ndabu.